everyone, so I'm back again with another video. This time around I have another collection update to share with you guys. Now, if I'm correct on this, because I'm not entirely certain, it's been about a year since my last Nintendo DS collection update, and I have added a whole bunch of games since then, so I thought it was about time that I do another collection update. Now, in total, I'm not entirely certain how many games I have. I know for a fact that it's over 120 games at this point, and basically the order that I'm going to show you guys them goes like this. Everything's going to be in alphabetical order, but I'm going to start out with loose cartridge games, then sealed and big box games, followed by games that are missing their manuals, and then complete games after that. But the majority of my games are complete, so let's just get to it, and I'm going to go through this as fast as I possibly can. So, starting out with loose games, I have a copy of Super Mario DS and Diddy Kong Racing DS. Next is Luminous Arc 2, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games, Touch of the Dead, just Touch the Dead. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. And then a bunch of shovelware titles that I've just picked up here or there in lots. Gourmet Chef, Brain Age, Spectrobes, EA Playground, Horses, Personal Trainer Math, and High School Musical making the cut. So basically a couple of good games there, and a couple of games I should probably just end up throwing out. As for sealed games, I only have 4. MTV Jackass, the game DS. Sorry about the glare. Jagged Alliance. This one here is called Corrupto Cool Stars. And Spectral Force Genesis. As for big box games, these two I'm going to show you them now because they are still sealed as well. Band Hero and Personal Trainer Walking. I haven't played either of these. I don't know if I ever will get around to them, but every so often when I see things like that where it's like a special controller or accessory or anything like that, I just feel compelled to buy it anyways. Next is Metroid Prime Hunter's First Hunt. I think this is just a playable demo of the Metroid Prime Hunters game on the DS. Chibi Robo Park Patrol. This one here, again, no manual starting on these games here. Drone Tactics. Final Fantasy, the Four Heroes of Light. Kirby Superstar Ultra, Lunar Dragon Song, Mega Man Star Force Dragon, and Mega Man Star Force Leo. And the last one without a manual is Overlord Minions. Now, I'm pretty, I suppose, proud of my DS collection. I have a lot of games and a lot of good quality games as well. And the majority of them are in perfect, complete condition, except for the few loose games and handful of games that did not have manuals with them when I found them. But the rest of these, like I said, are all complete, and I'm very happy about that. So first up is, maybe I should just pick up the stack here. First up is 999, 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors. Advance Wars Dual Strike. It's kind of awkward when there's so many games to deal with. American Dragon Jake Long, Attack of the Dark Dragon. AMF Bowling Pinbusters. Yeah, like I said, there are a lot of good games in here, but there are also a couple of not so good games. Animal Crossing Wild World. Avalon Code. That one's a pretty awesome game. Bleach the Third Phantom. This one's like a turn-based like strategy RPG kind of game, and I do not like it. I really can't even get past like the very first thing that you're supposed to do. I must be doing something wrong. Bleach Dark Souls. This is more of a fighting game, and that I do like. Another Brain Age. Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars. Castlevania, Portrait of Ruin. I've only played a couple of minutes of that. Children of Mana. Chrono Trigger. Now, this is the version that I personally have played. I haven't played the PS1 version or the original Super Nintendo version. This has been pretty much the only one that's affordable. And it does have some bonuses added to it as well, so I suppose this is like the definitive version to purchase. Contact. Now this one here, the art style of it looks pretty similar to Earthbound, and it's kind of cutesy and whatever, but I don't know. I haven't gone back to it since I purchased that. A game I will probably never actually play ever again. Cory in the House. Crash Boom Bang. Deal or No Deal Special Edition. Actually, this one does come with a larger case that looks like the briefcases from the show, but I have no idea where I put that right now. Dementium the Ward. Digimon Dawn and Digimon World Dawn and Digimon World Dusk. Dinosaur King. Dokapon Journey. Now this one here is... How can I explain it? It's a board game and an RPG in one. It's like Mario Party, but with RPG elements. It's kind of strange, but pretty cutesy. Draglade. This one here, it's weird. It's kind of like a cross between a fighting game and an RPG, if I can explain it in any kind of way. Okay, next stack here. Let me just move these ones out of the way. Dragon Quest IX Sentinels of the Starry Sky. Dragon Quest Heroes Rocket Slime. And the last Dragon Quest game that I have, Dragon Quest Monsters Joker. I think there's a couple more of these, and I should probably look further into it. Drawn to Life SpongeBob SquarePants Edition. Elements of Destruction. And Elite Beat Agents. A nice rhythm game, definitely a game everybody should pick up for the DS. This one here is a pretty simple puzzle platformer. I think it's a puzzle platformer or an action platformer. I suppose action puzzle platformer. Exit DS. Really like that game. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Echoes of Time. And Ring of Fates. There's also Final Fantasy Fables Chocobo Tales. Those are like the only Final Fantasy games I have for the DS. Next is Fossil Fighters and Fossil Fighters Champions. These games here, basically, you dig up fossils around the world and then use them to fight. Well, you revive them into dinosaurs and then use them to fight each other. Next game is Freedom Wings. Pretty bad flight sim, just not that good. From the Abyss, just an RPG, but I haven't gone around to playing this still. Geometry Wars Galaxies. I can't even say this. Geometry Wars games are pretty simple. It's just like a space shooter, but it's a more like defined area. Anyways, it's pretty decent and pretty simple to play, but the difficulty sure ramps up later on. Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars. I think this is the only Grand Theft Auto DS game. I think it was also on the Game Boy Advance, but if I'm wrong about that, just please let me know. Guinness World Records, the video game. And then Harvest Moon DS Cute and Harvest Moon DS The Tale of Two Towns. I haven't played either of these because I only just recently picked these up and still playing a whole lot of other games. Jake Hunter Detective Chronicles, Junior Classic Books and Fairy Tales, and Justice League Heroes. Haven't played any of those ones yet. Next is Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days, and Kingdom Hearts Recoded. I've only played a couple of minutes of each of those, and I honestly do not remember much. Kirby's Canvas Curse, the mechanics in this game are different from your standard Kirby game. After all, you have to sort of like swipe this string across the screen to actually be able to sort of move Kirby around the map. And Kirby Mass Attack, also different mechanic in this, is that you have multiple Kirbys that you need to use to complete specific tasks. Sorry, just tons of games here. The next few games here, I haven't had the time to play either of these because I've actually been attracted to newer games in this series. The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks. Pretty much I got these... I think I got this one around the time that I got Ocarina of Time 3D, and then I started playing that. And then Spirit Tracks, I think I got it around the time that I got A Link Between Worlds. So then I started playing that one even more so. Next is LEGO Star Wars 2, the original trilogy. That one I played to hell, got through so much in that game. Back when I got this, I only had, I want to say, about 5 or 6 DS games, including several Pokemon games. Life Science Surgical Unit. I suppose maybe if the controls were like really good in this, it would be a better game, but it's definitely a step up from the sort of surgery sim game on the Wii. I think there's 2 of the Trauma Center games. Luminous Arc, I have the sequel loose, as you saw it before, but I do have the first one complete in box, and it's just an RPG. Next is Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story and Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. Both of these, I have played a significant amount of them, but then I got stuck at certain points and I really couldn't figure out my way past them. This one eventually I got back to, and it was a matter of switching back to Bowser and getting through this portion in the overworld where I couldn't figure out the puzzle, and it was pretty sad that I couldn't figure it out for a significant period of time. Next is Mario Kart DS, Mario Party DS, and Mario vs. Donkey Kong Mini Land Mayhem. Mario Kart DS was one of the first DS games that I got, and I played that to hell as well. Master of the Monster Lair, Mega Man Star Force 2 Zerker Cross Ninja, or Zerker X Ninja, and Mega Man ZX. I forget which one of the Mega Man Star Force games that I've started playing. I honestly can't remember at this point, but I started playing it, and I mean, I like the battle mechanic, but I just can't really get into the game yet. MX vs. ATV Untamed. I've played the ATV games on the PS2, but never that one. Nanostray 2. It's just a space shooter, side-scrolling. shooter. A Naruto Ninja Destiny. And another Naruto game, Naruto Path of Ninja 2. The next game I have on the Wii as well, and I just don't quite understand why they would have put a game like this on the Wii. Neopets Puzzle Adventure. This, I think, is the last Mario game that I have on the DS, New Super Mario Bros. Nicktoons Attack of the Toy Bots. Story of Noah's Ark. Nostalgia, another decent RPG on the DS. Pipe Mania, pretty okay sort of puzzle game. Just involves sort of laying down different pathways to get one thing to another point. And then next up are all the Pokemon games that I have. Pokemon Diamond, Pokemon Pearl, and Pokemon Platinum. After that, I have Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and I also have the boxes for them as well with the Pokewalker. That's both of them there. Just gonna get those out of the way. Pokemon Black and Pokemon White, followed by Pokemon Black 2 and Pokemon White 2. And I've played every single one of those Pokemon games except for White 2. I just ended up getting that much later than the rest of them, and I pretty much just destroy Pokemon games. Like, I run through them trying to get like everything I possibly can, and I explore the hell out of everything. And then here are some like Pokemon spin-off games. Let's see if we can get them all in one go. Pokemon Conquest, Pokemon Dash, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team, Pokemon Ranger, Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Almia, and Pokemon Trozy. And all of those are complete. That one even has the sticker that came with it. And I think Pokemon Dash also had stickers in it. Next few games here, Populous DS. Still haven't played this one. I think it's an RTS game, but not entirely certain about that. Pray the Stars. It says 30th anniversary on it, but I honestly don't know anything about that. Prince of Persia: The Fallen King, one of the worst Prince of Persia games. I really didn't like it. And next are the two Professor Layton games that I have: Professor Layton and the Unwound Future, and Professor Layton and the Diabolical Box. Next is another Harvest Moon game, and I think this one's just a puzzle game, skinned with Harvest Moon stuff. Puzzle Day Harvest Moon. Quick Spot, this one's just a collection of little mini games, and they're Namco themed. Red Bull BC1, played this for like 5 minutes, don't remember anything about it, but I think that's also a collection of mini games. Retro Atari, another collection game, but that one has some pretty decent ports of old games. And Rhythm Heaven, another rhythm-based game. We're almost to the end of it. Just 4 more games here and another stack. I think it'll be about 30 more games to go. Robocalypse, I put this in, couldn't figure out the controls, and just didn't play it again. The Rub Rabbits, recently picked this up. I think it is a collection of mini games as well, or rhythm-based games, I should say. Yeah, I think it's just various little types of rhythm-based games that also includes sort of microphone functionality, where you sort of just blow into it, and it does stuff in the game. Scribblenauts, I played the first one, well, this one here obviously, a lot, and I really enjoyed it, and I can only assume that the later versions of this game added a lot more detail to the stuff that you can create in the game. Basically, just write anything, and it exists in the game. The next game is Sherlock Holmes: The Mystery of the Mummy. I got this for $3.99 at Value Village, and I think I only bought it because I went out there and I didn't find anything else, so I was like, why not? Now down to the last stack of games here. I'm going to start out with the Shin Megami games that I have for the DS. I have Devil Survivor, Devil Survivor 2, and I also have Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey, which I do have the box and CD for as well. Next is Sonic Rush. I have not played this Sonic game, but I'm assuming that it's just a standard side-scrolling Sonic game. Next is Space Bust-A-Move. I really like these Bust-A-Move games. I've actually played this one, completed it all the way through down to the final boss. I like that it had boss battles and it wasn't just sort of just a different arrangement of orbs on the screen from level to level, just making it a little bit more difficult. Instead, you actually had a boss with different mechanics after every few levels, and it was a pretty fun and at moments challenging game. Next is Space Invaders Extreme 2, just Space Invaders but updated, and Spectrobes Beyond the Portals. This game here, I have not played it, and it actually feels kind of light. Well, I mean, it does have the manual, and it just felt like there was nothing in there. Spider-Man Web of Shadows. I really don't know anything about the Spider-Man game. I think the only Spider-Man game on a handheld that I played for a significant amount of time was on the PSP, and I honestly don't even remember what the hell that was called right now. It had other Marvel characters in it too. Next is Star Fox Command. I have not played that one either. With collections like these that are so large, there are definitely tons of games that you want to get to, but you just don't have the time to play all of them. This one here, Steel Princess, is like a puzzle RPG. Definitely a lot of difficult things to get through in this, but I do like the art style of it. And this one here, the pronunciation, according to, I suppose, English speakers, is up for debate. Some people call it Suikoden, some people call it Suikoden. Other things exist as well. I'm going to call it Suikoden or Suikoden, however you want to say it, I suppose. And the rest of the name isn't that easy to pronounce either. Tierkris or Tierkris, not entirely certain. Just an RPG with a ton of playable characters in that. Next is Teresia. Tony Hawk's American Skateland. I've not played this one, but it looks kind of like it's cel-shaded, so hopefully it looks nicer than older Tony Hawk handheld games. Touch Mechanic is the next game, and just a couple more here. Basically, in this game here, you can make different cars. Next is Trackmania DS. It's a racing game where you can also make your own tracks as well, so that's pretty interesting there. Next is a game called Treasure World. I played this for like 5 minutes when I got it, and I don't remember much about it. It just didn't have any staying power for me. WarioWare DIY is next, and it's basically make your own mini games and then play them. Next is Where's Waldo, The Fantastic Journey. Then a game that many DS owners should definitely get. It's a very, very good RPG for the DS. But then again, there are tons of RPGs for the DS. This one is The World Ends With You. And if I could suggest any games here, definitely that one's one to go for. Next is Worms Open Warfare. I actually had an Australian version of this first, but then I managed to track down a North American version, so definitely happy to get that one there. Just a handful of games left. This one here, I bought it specifically because I liked the TV show when I was a kid. It's Shaolin Showdown. Next two games here are both Yoshi games, Yoshi's Island DS and Yoshi Touch and Go. They both pretty much play the same. This one here, I actually had just the manual and the cartridge for the game, but then at a store I found just the case for it, so I was able to complete that. I was pretty happy about that. But yeah, just standard Yoshi games, I suppose. Next is Zendoku. It's supposed to be some kind of Sudoku game, but it says it's an action puzzle adventure, but it's just fancy Sudoku. Then the two last games here to share with you guys are pretty cruddy, and I think I just bought these because they were like less than $1. Zence's Rainforest and Zubo. If anybody knows, Zubo. If anybody knows anything more about that game, please let me know in the comment section below. I think I might have played this for a little bit. You basically like go around and you collect up several different characters. I think they're called Zubos. And on the back of it, it says there's 55 altogether. I think I played it for a little bit, and I got like 4 or 5 of them, and then I just stopped playing it and never played it again. If anybody out there actually likes this game, again, like, please let me know in the comment section below. Anyways, those were all of my North American DS games, all of them from loose to incomplete to complete. Even a couple of Steeled games there. As always, leave comments in the comment section below. Anything you'd like to say, comments, questions, suggestions, ideas, anything at all, just leave it in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. What else can I say? 500 subscribers contest that's going on right now. I'm going to have it linked in the description below. Check it out if you like. Facebook, Twitter, and website are also linked in the description below. Check those out as well if you'd like, again. And if you have any requests for any other collection updates in the future, please just let me know, and I'll try my best to make that video for you. And I suppose that's it. See ya.